Pioneer sports, extra tales of great Boswell's never rock and roll. Pioneer sports, extra tales of great Boswellsports never gonna quit. Coach Weaver's roar echoes in our soul, chasing glory, now we're rock and roll. Pioneer sports, extra tales of great Boswellsports never gonna quit. Coach Weaver's roar echoes in our soul, chasing glory, now we're rock and roll.
Good evening and welcome to Pioneer Sports Extra. We are live from Red's Barbecue at 7335 Boat Club Road. This is the weekly coaches show for the Boswell Pioneers. I'm here, Jim Howard, along with the head coach of the Boswell Pioneers, Coach Wes Weaver. That's the guy over here to my left. And we're going to talk some Pioneer football tonight. It's been a 2-week hiatus, and so we are itching to get back in the saddle. We got a special guest with us tonight. You know him, you love him. He's number 3. That's Djmargues Lords. Djmargues Lords is with us, quarterback for the Boswell Pioneers. So we will talk to him a little bit later. A lot of time for the show. We got, Coach doesn't know it yet, we got about 2 hours worth of material tonight as we've been 2 weeks without a show. We're going to try to cram this into 1 hour. So plenty of time to come down here and enjoy some great barbecue. If you don't like barbecue, they got hamburgers, got chicken, fried steak on Mondays. They've got pork basket tonight, $9. Come on down here, Red's Barbecue. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to dive into the Mansfield Legacy game from 2 weeks ago. We'll take a short look at what happened or what transpired in the bye week. And then after that, we'll talk about this week's big game as the North Crowley Panthers come to town. And then after that, of course, we'll sit down one-on-one with Juju. That's here next on Pioneer Sports Extra. Don't go anywhere.
Oh, Red's Barbecue, make you move like a cow. Tasting Texas pride, no stopping now. From sun up to sundown, this place feels right. Red's Barbecue, every single bite.
Meet Kim Miller. She's a property management specialist. She can help take out the hassle from the rent raise. Let her show you how to become an owner and not just a landlord. Help with rent collection, maintenance, and inspections. That's All County Property Management.
When you make money, we make money. Low vacancy rates, full web access, low monthly fee, no hidden or extra cost. Connect with us from a wide range of devices, your smartphone, tablet, and computer. So before you rent your next property, call us. Check us out on Facebook, Boswellsports, Twitter, Instagram. So what are you waiting for? Contact us today. All County Property Management, 817-567-2500.
All right, welcome back to Pioneer Sports Extra, the weekly talk show with Coach Wes Weaver, the Boswell Pioneers head coach. Coach, I know we wanted to forget about the last game against Legacy. Ended 42-7 there at the Bos, and not quite what we wanted, but Coach, I tell you, one of the things that we observed up in the booth was the sideline was almost like watching a 318. You had more people in civies than you had in pads.
Yeah, we were pretty light by the time the end of the game rolled around, and we had, yeah, this is a much lighter bye week than we've typically had, and already getting 7 games under our belt before we get a break. It's tough. It's a long season, and so you don't want the bye week to come too early, but you don't want it to be so late in the season that you're playing a lot of football before your guys get a chance to catch their breath. And so, game we did have some injuries, but we got a lot of guys that are willing and a lot of guys that are competitive, and they go out and they practice hard and they get prepared. And so we went with what we got, and that's what we do every single time we show up. And the kids that were there, they played hard. The kids that were healthy played hard. But we took advantage of the bye week, and we got healthy, and we've got everybody coming back this week, and so we'll have our full complement of guys against North Crowley.
Yeah, that was pretty tough. You basically were playing with a lot of kids that hadn't had a lot of playing time. They had a chance to grow up a little bit in that game.
Yes, sir.
Um, Talking about some of the stats, you got Juju with the numbers here: 6 passes, 13 completions, 42 yards, 2 INTs. But I really felt like he did a good job of stepping up and leading that young group that we saw on Friday night.
Yeah, yeah. Juju, he's done a really great job of being a leader and taking the quarterback position and making it his own. And he was knocked out of the game versus Legacy, but you know, uh, he wasn't feeling well before that, and still went out there and competed and played and took a pretty good shot there right before halftime, and we didn't want to expose him to any more, injury, so we kept him out. If it was a district championship game or a playoff game, he definitely could have gone back in, but uh, we had to think about the rest of the season and his health obviously, and so he'll be back. Chance will be back. Kyrell will be back. We'll get some linemen back, and so like I said, we'll have our full complement of guys going into North Crowley, and not to take anything away from Mansfield Lakers, they're a very good team and have kind of hit their stride here in district play. They're very athletic. They had a good quarterback. They had good plans, and so it's 6A football in Texas, and so if you're shorthanded even a little bit with you know uh, like you said, some young guys that hadn't had to play a whole lot, and they're getting their experience week 7 of a 6A schedule. It's a tough assignment, and we'll keep getting them prepared as best we can. But the kids have done a great job all season of being there and stepping up and doing what they're supposed to do and doing what they're coached to do. Uh, we just got to find a way to piece it all together.
Let's talk a little bit. You mentioned Chance Lasker, your running back. He was, of course, was out. He was out as well as your other main threat,
Kyrell.
Kyrell. Uh, Talk about Barbosa having to step in at the running back position. We see there 12 carries, 55 yards. He had a 22-yard long, 1 touchdown. Talk about the job he did and kind of stepping in for Chance.
Uh, Jaden does a great job, and he does a lot of things. He's kind of a Swiss Army knife for us. He plays receiver, he plays running back. He's also the backup quarterback behind Juju. So when Juju went out, we moved Jaden to quarterback, and he played the rest of the game at quarterback. And he's a glue type guy that you've got to have on your team. A guy that he does a lot, and he's willing to do a lot. He's willing to do whatever it takes for the team to be successful. Uh, and so he's asked to learn a ton about our offense, and be able to execute at a lot of different places in our offense. And so it's a great type of person and type of player to have that's versatile enough to play running back, versatile enough to play quarterback, versatile enough to play receiver, and then also heady enough to be able to process all those things and the assignments and know that when he goes from running back to quarterback or quarterback to receiver, he's got to remember all the things that were coached at that one position. And so Jaden's a big asset to our team.
Yeah, that's pretty tough to do at that level. I know when I played quarterback and they asked me to play defensive end. I couldn't tell you a thing about playing defensive end. I could barely tell you about
Yeah.
quarterback. So yeah, it's really tough for a high school kid to come in and learn those multiple positions like that and then be very proficient at it.
Mhm.
Talk about we saw some sparks at the very end of the game at the running back position.
Yeah, we were able to, we knew that we were going to be without Chance, and so we moved up another sophomore, Anthony Hummer, and he was able to get his first varsity snaps and ran very hard, had some good runs. He looked good, looked like, he'll be an asset for us in the future, uh, and be somebody that complements Chance. But he would also fall under that category you said of guys that have not had to up to this point. And I'm very proud of Anthony and the job he did just stepping in and just playing as hard as he absolutely could and having a great attitude and going about his business, whether it was preparing for a varsity assignment or a JV assignment. There was no difference in his mental preparedness and his attitude during practice throughout the week.
Talk a little bit about the defensive performance from that game.
Uh, the defense I thought did played hard and did real well. At times it was just uh, kind of the same story that we seem to have talked about several times. Is we do a good job of holding them, we hold them, and then there's like just a 3 or 4 5 minute spurt where uh, things kind of go off the rails for us, and all of a sudden they've got 17 points or 21 points, and then uh, things are now we're scrambling and we're trying to get back in it, and the defense, they've been focused, they've been working hard, they've been flying around, and it was just we had trouble on offense moving and giving them good field position to work with on defense, and so they were getting the short field a lot. But guys like Anthony Villari, Christian Lassiter, Wyatt Robinson, uh, Ashton Davis, like all those guys uh, worked hard and played absolute, as hard as they could possibly do, doing the things that they were coached to do, being in their spots, and then just making it as difficult as possible on our opponents.
Coach, you had a week off, much needed week off. Like you said, you had some injuries that able to get some kids back. Talk a little bit about the bye week. What does that allow you to focus on as you head into this week's game against North
Uh,
Crowley?
we focused on us. We focused on getting better at the things that we do. We focused on getting healthy. We peeled back practice a little bit and didn't go as long as we've typically gone. Uh, we did fewer padded practices where we went full pads. We only went 3 days last week. We gave them Monday off, and then Friday morning we were able to get the kids out in the community and uh, go visit elementary schools and greet
Yeah.
kids as they came into the elementary schools, and that was real cool. The kids loved that. And the elementary school, I've gotten a lot of good feedback from the elementaries on that. So that was cool. And then we did some fun stuff too. We just kind of try to recharge our batteries for the home stretch here and get excited about what we're doing again and you know definitely kind of ease off on the intensity of the workout so that we're able to heal up, we're able to get going again. But we did some things that I think the kids enjoyed. We had an Olympics, we had a day where we had milk and cookies, so it was a good time to catch our breath.
What does it do for the psyche for this football team to have that extra time to kind of catch your breath and and get refocused.
Oh, I think it's invaluable. We typically like this week we're doing tutorials after and study hall after school because next week's the end of the 6 weeks, and we some days we come back and we watch film after school, and we're 2 hours in the morning and lifting weights, and so we went like an hour and a half, and we didn't keep them after school at all last week. They just got to go home and be kids and go to the if they have jobs they got to go to work, and so um, from that standpoint it's like I said, it's invaluable because they get a chance to catch their breath. They get a chance to, not have to worry about being there before and after school every single day. It's just it's a time to assess where you're at and move forward.
Well, that is a look at the last 2 weeks. We're going to take another quick break, and then when we come back, we're going to look ahead to this week's game against a very good North Crowley team that comes into town, and get the coach's thought on that. That's next year on Pioneer Sports Extra.
Meet Kim Miller. She's a property management specialist. She can help take out the hassle of the rent raise. Let her show you how to become an owner and not just a landlord. Help with rent collection, maintenance, and inspections. That's all county property management.
When you make money, we make money. Low vacancy rates, full web access, low monthly fee, no hidden or extra cost. Connect with us from a wide range of devices, your smartphone, tablet, and computer. So before you rent your next property, call us. Check us out on Facebook, Boswellsports, Twitter, Instagram. So what are you waiting for? Contact us today. All County Property Management, 817-567-2500.
Meet Kim.
Tired of hearing the same old songs over and over? You need to tune in to the zoo.net. Thousands of songs in the library. Radio like it used to be. Radio as it should be. It's on the internet 365 days a year, 24 hours a day, and it's free. The best classic rock of all time. It's the zoo.net.
The internet's best classic rock. The Zoo.
Hi, welcome back to Pioneer Sports Extra. Again, we are at Red's Barbecue, where you can get a chopped brisket sandwich for $6.50, or sliced brisket sandwich for $9, or maybe some smoked turkey. Man, I tell you what, they got a good menu here. They got cheeseburgers for $8. If you like Red's fries, those are $4.75, and then ask them for the loaded. It's the gym special. Ask them for loaded tater tots. That's tater tots with melted cheese and chopped brisket. You can even ask them to put sliced sausage on there if you want to. That's the loaded tater tots, all here at Red's Barbecue, 7335 Boat Club Road. Coach, let's talk about the game that's in front of us this week, this Friday night, 7 o'clock at the Boz. North Crowley, the Panthers, come into town. They are undefeated so far this season. They are leading the district. Let's talk about that game, and what are some of the things that you see in this week's matchup?
Oh, well, first of all, like North Crowley is probably one of the top teams in the state. They're playing at a very, very high level. They've played a very tough schedule, and like you said, they're undefeated. And it's something that we welcome. Uh, People have asked me like, why did we schedule Denton Braswell? Why did we schedule Forney? Why did we schedule some of these tougher teams? And after last year's Southlake game, I wanted to make sure that when we get to the playoffs, we're as prepared for what we're going to see as possible, so that you're going to have to play teams like Southlake. You're going to have to play teams like Forney and Denton Braswell that are highly athletic, highly skilled, move around well, fly around well. And North Crowley does all of those things. They're a fantastic tackling team. Their defense, they run a 4-3, and they don't miss a lot of tackles. They fly around. They're very physical. And then when they hit you, it's a collision. Offensively, uh, they do a great job of getting the ball to their playmakers. It seems like they've got a playmaker at every position. Their offensive coordinator does a fantastic job. Coach Reinert does a fantastic job of setting their plays up and getting them in position to be successful. And he also does a great job of spreading the ball around so that, even though as a defense, that they've got, a really, really good quarterback that's a Division I quarterback, and they've got a really good receiver that's a Division I receiver, and they've got two really good running backs. Like, they spread the wealth very well so that you can't focus on, well, if we just take that receiver away, then we'll kind of we'll kind of stymie what they want to do, or if we take the running back away, we'll limit what they're able to do. And if you take something away from them, they do a great job as an offense and as a staff of, okay, you taking that away, then we'll go here. You do that, now you take that away, then we go here. And so, this is the third straight year they're undefeated so far in the regular season, and it's going to be a huge test for us. And that's one of the things I told the kids is, you know, it is what it is with what they've done, but you can't play the mystique of North Crowley. You've just got to play the North Crowley that shows up on Friday night. And to do that, we've got to have a great Monday. And then Monday's practice was pretty good. You know, I don't know that it was our best Monday ever, but it was up there. And then today we needed to have another great day where we don't repeat mistakes. We don't, coaches aren't having to get on people for their attitude, their effort, going slow, things like that. And we didn't. We had a really good Tuesday. And so if we put together a good Monday, a good Tuesday, that's not going to be enough. We need a great Monday and a great Tuesday. And these kids have done a great job of showing up all the time and giving great effort in practice, having great attitudes in practice, and showing up every day and being consistent. No matter what our outcomes have been previously, these kids have consistently shown up to put in the work, and eventually that's going to pay off. And that might be this week, that might be next week, that might be the week after that. But you know, uh, we're going to show up on Friday, and I know a lot of people, in this community are cheering for us. I know a lot of the people in the community that probably don't have a very high expectation of us Friday night, and you know that's why you go ahead and play the game. The game's not played on paper. The game's
Yeah.
played out there between the lines. And so whether we're 0 and 7 and they're 7 and 0, it it doesn't make a bit of difference to us. We're gonna show up. We're gonna play our game. We're gonna do what we got to do, and we're not gonna lay down. Like, we're gonna show up and go.
Well, we got one fan in the chat room, Stephanie uh, Creelan. I hope I didn't butcher that. I think this is the lady that listens to us all the way from London, England,
Oh wow.
every Friday night, and she'll watch all the way up to about 3 a.m. and then she has to go to bed. But, I think she's actually going to be here for this game,
Awesome.
and so yeah, I mean, you got to get no matter whether the team is 7-0 or 0-7. If you're a Boswell Pioneer, it's in your blood, and you got to come out and cheer the boys on.
Absolutely.
You got to get we're the you always hear about the 12th man. We're the 12th man at Boswell, and so we encourage everybody to come out and watch that football game. Coach, what are the keys to a Pioneer victory this week?
Oh, well, we're gonna have to, you know, uh, do all the things that we can do, within our power. Like we're gonna have to play hard. We're gonna have to execute. We're gonna have to play relatively mistake free. There's no perfect games. Nobody grades out at 100%, but everybody's gonna have to do their job. Everybody's gonna have to play to the best of their ability, better than we've done all season, as far as all 11 guys on offense, all 11 guys on defense, all 11 guys on whatever special teams we're doing. That I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna go do exactly what I'm supposed to do to the best of my ability. And I'm going to trust that the guy next to me does his job. I'm going to trust that the guy on the other side of me does his job. And if we got 11 guys consistently doing that for 4 quarters, that's going to work in our favor, and that's going to put us in a position to be successful. Uh, and then, we just have to believe. Like I said, you can't go in uh, giving the North Crowley mystique more credit than is necessary. Like there's a lot of you see it on film. Like a lot of guys show up for a North Crowley game and they're already down 14 to nothing because you know, man, they're undefeated, man, they're this, man, they're that,
Kind
and
of
it's
like the Alito,
right,
the whole
exactly.
Alito.
The old Alito when we were in the Alito district, and you just had to, you know, we've got to have guys that go play regardless of, you know, regardless of what they've read, regardless of what they've seen, regardless of what they think might happen. You just got to go do your job. You got to go play as hard as you possibly can for 4 quarters, and you got to believe. You got to believe that you know uh, that if I do what I do, that's going to give us a shot to be successful. Because if you go in there and you're like, man, I just hope we're going to keep it close, and that's when it's tough to win those games. If everybody's got the attitude, we just want to keep it close, and that's the attitude that we've avoided this week as a staff and as a group of players. Like we've had 2 really good practices. We're healthy, uh, and so that's kind of buoyed us and brought us up a little bit because we are getting some guys that have been healthy or limited back, and so. Uh, Juju's going to be back. He's going to start the game, and he's good and healthy now, and uh, so we're going to have all our bullets for the gun going out.
Coach, it reminds me of that game against Alito several years ago. I don't remember exactly what year because, well, let's face it, I'm old. But uh, Alito, certainly was the favorite coming in undefeated as they are just about every game. And they came in here to Pioneer Stadium and Boswell actually got up on them. And, it looked like they were going to pull off the upset. And there was a lot of hope in that game. What do you do to give this football team hope going into this game?
Well, these guys give me hope because like they have not blinked all year. Like um, obviously the season has not gone as anybody planned or as anybody desired, but these guys, like I said earlier, they show up and they are consistent. They show up every single day ready to work. We're not having to hunt guys down, and talk to them about being late and this and that. Like these guys show up every single day to practice. They have great attitudes, they have great effort, they have a high energy, and we work every single day. And that's one of the things that I talk to them about throughout the season is, you know, when football's over and done with, and you've got a job, you've got a career, you've got a family, you're a dad, you're a husband, whatever it is, you know, there's going to be hard days. There's going to be hard months, hard years. You still show up every single day and do the work. You still show up every single day and be a dad. You still show up every single day and you're a husband. And you don't throw your hands up and just, yeah, I ain't doing it today. And these guys, they've shown up consistently, and that consistency is going to pay off for them, and it's going to pay off for us.
Coach, it's Friday night. It's 6 o'clock. What do you tell these guys?
Same thing I tell them every week before a game, that I love them, and that there's no other group that I would rather be coaching right now, and that let's go play, and let's go see what happens.
Coach, I'm excited. Should be fun. Playing at home is always fun, and that game is 7 p.m. on Friday night. We'll have a pregame show at 6:30. It'll be live from Pioneer Stadium, and got all kinds of new tricks. I don't know if you got to see our sideline reporter last time, but we introduced a sideline reporter to the broadcast. We're always tinkering and piddling with stuff to try to make the game a little bit more exciting than what I can bring. Because let's face it, I'm pretty boring on the broadcast. But Coach, we really hope that you get a win. We're going to take another break, and whenever we come back, we call him Juju. Djmargues Lords is with us, the quarterback for the Boswell Pioneers. That good-looking kid right there to my left, and that's next here on Pioneer Sports Extra.
Off of 7-3 through 35 down on Boat Club Road. There's a place folks gather and let their troubles unload. Red's Barbecue delights under a Texas sky, with brisket, sausage ribs, and chicken fried. Juicy burger stacking high, Red's fries on my plate. Flavor so rich my mouth can't wait. Pay the man, he's got the magic touch. A bite of heaven, it's never too much. Oh, Red's Barbecue, make you move like a cow. Tasting Texas pride, no stopping now. From sun up to sundown, this place feels right. Red's Barbecue, every single bite. Chicken fried steak, crispy and brown, the tastiest food in our little town. The sauce is poured with love, smoking so fine. Every meal there is a grand old time, with friends and tunes under the barbecue lights, laughing and eating through the warm summer nights. Grill marks are painted, a culinary art. Red's Barbecue knows the way to my heart. Oh, Red's Barbecue, make you move like a cow. Tasting Texas pride, no stopping now. From sun up to sundown, this place feels right. Red's Barbecue, every single bite. Barbecue, make you move like a cow. Tasting Texas pride, no stopping now. From sun up to sundown, this place feels right. Red's Barbecue, every single bite.
Welcome back to Red's Barbecue and Pioneer Sports Extra again. We are live at Red's Barbecue, and we've even got a mom in the house tonight. That is rare. That is rare. As we welcome to the microphone our guest tonight, that is Djmargues Lords, the quarterback for the Boswell Pioneers, 6'2", 140 pounds, sophomore, and that's really encouraging to have a sophomore at quarterback. We've seen a lot of good things over the past from freshman and sophomore, and Juju is no different. Juju, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate you being on, and uh, let's talk about what it's like to be a quarterback for the Boswell Pioneers.
It's it's fun. I feel like I have a lot of control over the offense. I help them a lot. I got to make sure I stay on my responsibilities, but we come together all as a team, so it's nice.
We looking at your stats here, 96 completions out of 164 attempts, 58%, but 1,142 yards. That's pretty impressive. Uh, I was really impressed with you when we started the season. When a guy first comes in, they seem a little nervous. They don't make some of the best reads in the world. And I was really impressed with your ability to read the field and make good decisions. Talk about your development as a quarterback. Who has helped you the most?
Um, I've had good coaches through my little league. I've had multiple coaches that helped me with not only like throwing but like reads, coverages, all that. So that helped me a lot. And just watching YouTube videos like form, um, stuff like that. And before the game, I was a little nervous. I mean, a lot of the sophomores that played, we were all nervous. So Kyrell helped us.
Do
I
you like
think
to run?
I like to run. I like to run. I think um, I've got to work on my like my footwork, my um, my like shifting it, my agility. I got to
Mhm.
work on my agility. Once I work on that, I think I'll be more of a running quarterback. But I think I run okay for what I've done so far.
What's the most difficult part about playing the position?
Remembering everything for sure. Remembering everything. Sometimes I get plays mixed up, but Chance helps me in the backfield. Barboza helps me in the backfield. So they're they're good.
Okay. Um, Step away from football just a little. Well, no, let me ask you, have you ever played any other positions?
I've played quarterback since I was 7.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay. So that's cool. A lot of time to study and learn, and yeah, that's pretty cool. What do you do outside of football? What do you enjoy?
I listen to music a lot. I like to hang with my family, my girlfriend, play video games with my friends. So that's a big part of my life.
What kind of video games?
I play NCAA, Madden, UFC,
All right.
a lot of stuff like that. Call of Duty, Fortnite, stuff like that.
All right, I think you're the first this season that's mentioned Matt. Now, do you play the guys on the team or?
Well, Madden's falling off. I don't really like Madden no more. I played it a good amount a little bit ago, but NCAA is I
Uh-huh.
think better than Madden. So I play them. I play NCAA, Call of Duty with all them, so that's fun. And Fortnite with Chris, Rail, and Chance. That was fun.
Now, who's the best out of that group?
Oh, me.
That's awesome. Let's talk about school a little bit. What's your favorite subject?
Math for sure. Math has always came easy to me. I like science too, but math is just better.
So, do you have any aspirations to go to college after your high school career?
Yeah, I want to go to college. I don't know where yet, but I know I want to go.
Any idea? I mean, I know you're just a sophomore, but any idea of what you want to study?
No, I have no idea. I need to start thinking about it though, because no idea.
You got a lot of time left. So good grades?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Nice, nice. Um, what do you play any other sports?
I played basketball, but I just stopped playing, and I might do track. I'm not sure yet.
Yeah, he'll do track.
What event would you do in track?
I did the 400 and the 4x2 were always there since middle school, so I think those are my main events.
What is your what's your 40 time?
My 40 time.
Coach is looking at me, quick giving out our secrets.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure my 40 time.
Well, see, when you're not sure, you go 14.
4 or 5.
Uh, well, what are you looking forward to most in Friday night's game?
I think just like during practice, we work on a lot of stuff, so I think getting to use it in the game, I think that's what I look forward to the most. I try to get better at practice and then apply it to the game and do better than I did the last week. So
Where do you see your most improvement for you personally?
I think improvement. I think just like speed. I think speeding myself up to go with the game. So like throwing on time. I know I still need to improve on that, but I think it's improved since the start of the season. So
And I think, you know, to speak for him, what I've seen as the coach, like his confidence has skyrocketed since the scrimmages to this point. Like he's just the way he carries himself at practice, the way he interacts with, you know, seniors and juniors and other sophomores, like like he said, you know, he's got to know everything as the quarterback, and he has a very strong command of what we've asked him to do. He has a strong command of the offense as a sophomore, and so like I think just his confidence and his leadership have really improved on top of anything physically football related. And you know, like I'm excited about his leadership and his confidence going forward through the time he graduates. And so I think the strides he's made as a sophomore from, like I said, the scrimmages until week 8, like if we can keep that growth trajectory, like he's going to be awesome.
Juju, what kind of goals have you set for yourself?
just overall improvement. I wanna keep getting better. I don't ever want to settle. I think just overall improvement.
That's awesome. So you got mom here tonight. This we do this at this point in the show each week. We give you an opportunity to shout out. Is there anybody watching tonight that you'd like to give a shout out to?
I mean, I guess it'll have to be my mom. I'll shout out my mom, my dad, my
Yeah.
my brothers, my older brother. He's helped me a lot,
Mhm.
taking me to the field, working out with him. You know, he's been a big part of my improvement overall. So I'm thankful for him. Thankful for all my family.
Well, you, yeah,
Girlfriend,
yeah,
girlfriend,
you,
girlfriend, girlfriend,
girlfriend, yeah.
girlfriend.
Yeah, she told me,
Okay.
so I made sure to. She told me to shout her out, so I
Okay.
made sure not to.
Yeah, but you got to say mom because this is the first time that we've had a guy where mom was close enough to give a backhand if necessary.
Yeah, my mom texted me. I texted her that we had to do this, and she was like, "Oh, we're gonna do it together." I was,
Oh, great having you on the show. I tell you what, you've been very exciting to watch. We've really enjoyed you from a mile up high there at Pioneer Stadium, and hope you guys get the win this week and shock the world
sir.
against North Crowley. And you've done a wonderful job.
Thank you.
Almost good enough for the 5 minute blitz, but I don't think we'll put you through that. So appreciate you being on the show. Uh, we do have Friday night's game against the North Crowley Panthers. It'll be a huge test for the Boswell Pioneers. Coach, I didn't ask you. I meant to ask you. Where are we at as far as playoffs?
We're still there's still a chance that we can make the playoffs. Like uh, if we'd beaten Legacy, it would have been completely within our control. But now it's uh, we can win 2 out of 3, and we need some help.
Maybe
But
some
that's
key
not
losses by Legacy.
right. And but you
Mhm.
know, like we're gonna go out, and these are the most important 3 games of our season right now, and we're gonna finish however many we get left is gonna be you're gonna see the best of the Boswell Pioneers.
Couple of shout outs here. We got Djmargues Lords says 1,000 yards. Let's go, little bro. And then Gabby Lord says, yeah, hi, Juju. It's your cousin Camilla.
Hey, Camilla.
And says, great job.
Thank you.
So that's it for tonight. We want everybody to come out to Pioneer Stadium. Remember, if you can't make it, it will be on our YouTube channel right here where you're watching this. Um, subscribe, ring the bell, do whatever those YouTube things are. I don't know. I'm too old for that. I don't understand how that works, but do it for us, and I see everybody else do it on YouTube. But 6:30 is our pregame show. We're going to try to have our sideline reporter out there again. That was really fun 2 weeks ago. and then the game kickoff is at 7. But we don't want you to watch us. We want you to come to the game and cheer on these boys and help them feel that hometown spirit. And until then, this is Jim Howard saying good evening from Red's Barbecue, along with Coach Weaver and Juju Lords. Good night and go Boz.
Pioneer sports, extra tales of great Boswell's, never rock and roll.